So, guys, when you're growing up, you're taught all these scary things about marriage. You're taught about the pressure, the lies. But I've actually been very surprised because I've been growing, and just enjoying life with my amazing wife.
Please, that's so sweet.
If Panashe was here, we'll be taking pictures of every glass that we had. It's like we are trying to focus more on us being a perfect couple and on social media rather than focus on the real.
Sandwiches.
Hey, just feed your social media fans. I'm sure they need you more than I do right
Where's
now.
the laundry out here?
The big deal, Sha.
No, the laundry goes inside the laundry basket, Prince. You look good.
What's so funny?
The movie aims to show us how love dies, how love works. The movie props us into the story that follows Prince and Panashe, a newlywed couple that's apparently addicted to social media, that lives in a beautiful house, has an amazing car, and somehow maintains this lifestyle that's bougie and top class by posting things on TikTok. I don't know. Maybe I'm the one who's like a side idiot. Maybe I'm the one who's not TikToking out here and making bangs. But anyways, so Prince and Panashe, they are living their lives. They're happy, and slowly we see a chink in their armor. We see that they're not really as happy as we thought. And then eventually, Prince stops talking to this mystery woman on an application called Anonymous. And he low-key falls in love with her. She's fun. She's funny. He tells her everything about himself.
Guys, when you're growing up, you're taught all these scary things
except the
about
fact that he has a wife.
Because
Because what do you do when your wife at home is giving you trouble? You cheat.
Just enjoying life with my amazing wife.
But was it cheating though? If they hadn't done anything, cheating is in your mind. If you feel as if you have to hide it, then it is cheating. Let's move on. So Prince decides it's about time. It is about time I meet this mystery woman. And he meets up with her. He walks in to this beautiful flower garden with a rose in hand. And he walks nice and slowly. And he sees this woman standing in the distance. When he gets there, he taps her on the shoulder. And when she turns around, it's his wife. Damn. Which is really something that I saw coming from a mile away. Anyways, let's come back. The
When you're
film,
growing up, you're taught all these
what the
things about
movie
marriage.
does right. The characters,
About the pressure,
the actors, in fact, let me be more specific with the characters are flawed. The actors were good. Prince was good. Panashe was good. Prince was good for me. Prince was better than Panashe. Give that man a shield. That goodness that this man gave me was a great performance. Performance of Rain Beamer
Trying to focus more.
in the guy with us was I don't know. It really didn't matter. It didn't matter because we had this leading guy and supporting actress, and then we had extras.
The laundry out
They were
here.
extras, so I won't focus on
No, the
them.
laundry
Now,
goes inside the laundry basket.
coming back, the good things, like I said, great. The camera work wasn't amazing, but it was okay. Okay camera work, a bit lazy at times, but it was alright. The budget was good. The budget really worked for them because they splurged.
Things about marriage.
They splurged. The quality of the sound is amazing. The quality of
I've actually been very surprised.
the clothing, the car, the locations. It was great. It was amazing. I loved it. What else did I like? I think that's all. So now let's move to the part where we get to criticize it. The things that I had a problem with. Let's start small and work our way to the big things. One,
Sandwiches.
their clothes were so new,
Social media fans, I'm
was so crispy, so white, so nice. Their house was so clean, so beautiful, so nice. Their car was so nice, looked undriven. The reason why I'm pointing to these things is because when you're trying to depict characters as real human beings who had a life, who had life systems, and you are just giving us a peek into their lives at a certain point. They have to look like they were living. These people look like they came into existence the moment the camera started rolling. The clothes were too new, which shows not being worn, right? When you choose clothing, maybe they should have been given time to break them in. I'm not saying give them dirty clothes, but what I'm saying is that make their fashion, make their outfits look like these are real human beings who have been living and surviving for a while. No creasing, no nothing. These people look like they came into existence the moment the camera started playing. Their house is just new and perfect and clean, looks unlived in. I know they didn't set a timeline, Kuti. They'd been married for 5 years, or they'd been married for 2 months, or what. But there was none of that. Like we that's the other thing. We don't know how long these people have been together. They try to set up, Kuti, Prince and Panache. We used to do our videos before we got married. But they never actually represent that. We don't see the metrics of their success in terms of social media. How are they supporting this lifestyle with social media? Like I'm saying, the characters are not wholesome. The characters are not well-rounded. They don't feel real. Because every day, Prince wakes up and he says, "Where are my keys?" And he goes somewhere. Where? Does he have a job? Does Panache have a job? What are their jobs? What are their hopes and aspirations and what they want out of life? We don't get any of that. There's zero character development. These characters are plain shapes. They're single-sided. They have zero depth. We only get to see them when it's convenient towards the story. The story needs them to start fighting. The story needs them to not communicate. The story needs them to be conveniently available for anything and everything that the story needs. But they have no depth, they have no lives. We don't know what else they do except argue. We don't know what else Panache does except shoot videos, which do not even get a modicum or a measurement of success. We don't know how successful this is. We have no representation of how successful this stuff is for them. We don't know what they used to do before. We just know they used to make videos before. Were they making that amount of money from these videos before? We get zero depth out of these characters except the fact that now they're not getting along. Plain shapes, as I said. Now, let's come back. Prince, at a certain point, says, "I feel like Panache is concerned with projecting an image of this perfect couple on social media for her fans instead of actually working on the couple, instead of actually working on us in real life." I have no problem with that. It's not even a big issue. It's not a problem. It's good that he said that. But we then come back to when Panache now found the phone and wanted to talk about it. And Prince was like, "No, we talked about it. It is over. It happened in the past. What happened in the past?" She says, "I can't go through this again." Yes, we want to know if it's good filmmaking. If they actually put thought into that scene, they would have given us a flashback, shown us Panache crying over something to show us, oh, Prince cheated or something, but we don't know. They just say it, and we are left to wonder. Kuti, what can't she go through again? Is it that he cheated in the past, or she was cheated in the past? We know nothing. The characters are set up to do absolutely nothing except what they've done. Panache is set up to be an irrational person who impulsively acts and just blows up when she sees anything and everything, any small occurrence. Because what? Maybe she's suspicious of her husband. We know nothing except these tropes, these stereotypical tropes of women And she is also branding Prince with the stereotypical trope of a man. Ekuti now he's probably cheating, right? They're working with stereotypes. It breaks zero ground towards progression of characters. It breaks zero ground. It just takes stereotypical people and makes them act. Takes people, gives them stereotypical characters. There's no depth to them. There's no wonderment. There's no amazingness. When the movie ends, you won't be like, wow, Prince, yeah, Prince. No, you won't. Because what is it? It's just a stereotypical character. And the story itself, it's not really amazing. It's a good story. I will give it that. It's a good story. But at the same time, they did not flesh it out. They did not give it subplots. It literally has one thing going for it, which is the main plot. There were no subplots. They didn't flesh it out. They didn't give it more depth. They didn't give it anywhere else to go. No wiggle room. Because there was zero character development. So we don't have anything else to work with. That was the problem with the thing, because it just focused on one thing and drove that thing into the ground until it finished, because it wanted to push the story as it is, but they forgot you need subplots, you need other things working for the story. Not to distract us from the main story, but to give your characters depth so that they seem real, like actual human beings, so that we can connect with them. You can't connect with them on the surface level, on this one plain baseline. We can't do that. So in as much as this movie was good quality in terms of video, okay, good cameras that they used, or good actors, it still had faults. But we are moving in the right direction. We really are moving in the right direction when it comes to short films.